Okay, we're going to talk about vendors and just go on down to the vendor tab, and we'll show you how first to create a new vendor. Just go ahead and click on add new vendor, and then from there you just add their email address, the company name, their first and last name, contact number, physical address, and then you'll kind of reiterate that again. The email, their name, contact number. This is where you assign them their secure username and password, and then they can log into the system and pull information as they need it. Then you can see down here, it'll have where you assign them what type. So most of ours, of course, is beach weddings, and we'll say this is our new officiant. Okay, so you click on officiant, and then that's the only thing they can be tagged in. And if it's photography or something like that, then you can click on 1 hour, 4 hour, however you want to do that. And then you'll go ahead and save that. I'm using a portrait screen. And assigned event information, that will show up. Okay, so I'll go ahead and cancel out of this, but I'll show you one that's completed. So we'll go back. And let's go ahead and look at Ryan Murphy. He does a lot of, he has photography, officiants, labor, so we use him for a lot of things. Right here you can see, email address, phone number, physical address, all of that. And then what's really nice is then we can go in, and like I said here, he does mostly beach weddings and event detailed. So officiant, ceremony setup, photography, he does all of these things. And so you'll just tag that. And this is the best part here. So assigned event information. When I call to talk to Ryan, I want to call and talk to him about all the things that he has going on with me pretty much for the whole year. So that what we do is then I can go here, and then first thing we talk about is, Sherry Jordan and Paul, photography for 2 hours. And, we just make sure that we're on the same page with everything and they've received payment. And then I know, because I tagged him, that he's the officiant for Mallory and Nathan. And he's also the officiant for Victoria. And then his photography company has been hired to do 4 hours. And then his beach bonfire company is going to set up the beach bonfire for us. So what it is, you just get that. It saves so much time, because when we're on the phone, it's right here. And we can just talk about it right here. And the place that you tag your vendors is go into events, go into your wedding, and it's under event planning. So you just go into, here's Candace Davis and Joe Benton's beach wedding. And so I'll go right here into event planning. And I went ahead and took this information out so I could put it back in for you. Officiant. So you just go in, click officiant, and we're going to select our vendor. So right there, I know it's Edie. The employee in charge of that is me. And so we go in and type our fee, how much was paid. So we paid her $250, and the amount owed then is 0. And we took care of that payment. The date on here is a little funky, but you just go in and say when you made that payment. And I believe we wrote that down, February 2nd. and then the due date doesn't really matter. And then here you can have your work detail, you know, check on, oops, check on wording for the ceremony, and we'll do that about, you know, 60 days prior. And I'm going to assign this, oops, sorry, I'm going to assign this to the vendor. And 2 months before their wedding date is 7/20. So we'll put that in there. And we'll save it. Okay. So now that's been, you know, Edie will get a message that she has a new task coming up, and then you, it'll show up in her list of tasks to do also. The last thing is the reports. Okay, and you just go to active events reports, and what we want to do is we'll just, you know, take Edie for example, go into Edie and say I want to call her and see what's, you know, what wedding she has coming up. Or say, oh, okay, well, Candace and David, Candace and Joe, and then, you know, we can talk about that. So it really just helps to keep everything organized, keeps everybody on the same page, and that way you're never flipping through a book and you never miss anything. Thank you.